Hey everybody, Ian Lee here. Hope y'all are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to show you an exercise that I came up with that combines a Jimmy Wyble right hand technique idea and exercise, and move that exercise while working the fingers here as well through Barry Harris's scales of chords. Now I want to pause here for a moment before I dive into showing you the exercise and say, if you do not know who Jimmy Wyble is or was, I highly recommend you look him up. I've heard his name only in the last few months, and I've really just started playing around with his material in the last few days, but I'm just that floored by it and inspired by it that I just wanted to share this with y'all in the hopes that you'll go digging around yourselves on Jimmy a little bit. He was such a magnificent guitar player and contributed a lot to the guitar and to the thinking around the guitar. I found out about him via Adam Levy and his YouTube channel, Adam Levy Guitar Tips, which is a great channel. If you haven't watched that channel, please go check it out. And he made a post saying it would have been Jimmy Wyble's 100th birthday a few days ago, if you were still with us. And that led me to a video of a gentleman named David Oakes posting something on Jimmy's birthday. And it was these series of right hand and left hand exercises, technique ideas, while kind of working in some contrapuntal scale ideas. And David was a student of Jimmy's and worked with him, at least I believe he was. I'm assuming some things here, but I believe he studied with Jimmy quite a bit, and he co-wrote a book with him and worked with him quite a lot. So I think he's pretty much the go-to guy. I will leave a link in the description for that particular video and for Adam's video, because they're both great. But David, the right hand the exercises in particular that I keep mentioning, comes with a free PDF. I believe David wants to have that up on his website for download soon. But until then, you can email him and he'll send you the packet for free. And then on his website is a bunch of free material of Jimmy's as well. That's just, it's only a handful of things. I mean, I say it's only a handful, it's quite a bit, but I mean, it's just a lifetime worth of just wonderful work to be done there. And then I think what I'm doing to combine it with the Barry Harris system as well is just, I think some of y'all are going to have some fun with this stuff, and I'm hoping it'll inspire you to go chase some of your own ideas with all of it, as always. That was one thing that Jimmy apparently was really adamant about. He would show you something, but he hoped that you would, as quickly as you could, but maybe that's in minutes or days or weeks, make it into your own and see what you could do with it. He was apparently a very loving, kind human being. And that's what I love about Barry's system as well. Barry's system is so flexible and so available for manipulation to the individual, so that we're really finding our own voice with all these things. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll dive into the exercise and we'll get this all rolling. Thanks for hanging through the video this far. So let's talk about the right hand first. Okay, I'll prop myself up a little more. So we're going to be playing with the A, D, and B strings here. Now we're in 3/4. We've got kind of a polyrhythm thing going on, a 3/2 type of thing. We're going to have the B string being played. We will have some fingerings going on. I'll get into that in a second. And it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and, okay? And then down below at the bass, we're going to have 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now, the specific fingering is going to be, and I'm going to speak in classical guitar terms here, so hopefully you pick that up. And if you're a hybrid picker, if you're using a pick, you can just hybrid pick this, and just anytime I use my thumb, use your pick. And then for the highest finger, which I'll refer to as the A or the ring finger, just use your pinky instead. So what I'm going to do is pinch the A and the B string, and then come up on the D string with my I finger or index. And then I'm going to come, let's see, then I'll come down again with my thumb, and then come up on the D and the B strings with my index and ring finger, or the A finger, I and A, and then do one more back and forth with the thumb and the index. It's going to sound like this. And remember, you can get this packet from David, and it'll have this all clearly written out and explained, okay? If you're having trouble following me. So that's the idea there. Now what we do in the left hand for this particular exercise, it's really simple. No fingers move or anything. We just are going to have our second finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, playing a C note. We're going to leave the D string open, and we're going to play a D note with our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. Sorry. Oh, that was right. Second guessed myself. Okay, now, what I decided to do was take this through Barry Harris's scales of chords and play with moving just that same simple pattern, nothing too complex in left hand, just moving up through that system. So what I did is I changed things around just a little. I kept the C and the D, and I thought, okay, well, the most obvious thing is let's keep this in C major 6 diminished. Okay, and what I did is on the D string I added C's major 3rd, which is E. And then what we can do is just practice playing that same thing. Okay, and then we can go ahead and move each voice up. So this is a great practice for us to get out of some of our more classic shapes like drop 2, drop 3, drop 2, 4 if you're a Barry Harris scales of chords type of thinker, and just to really look at the individual voices moving on the string and maybe get some new shapes. So if we go up the scale, we're now going to get this shape. We keep going up, we're going to get this shape. That's my 3rd finger on the 7th fret, so my lowest note is the E. Okay, and then we're going to move everything up just a little bit here. We're going to get this same kind of minor looking shape here. Very akin to like a D minor 9, but without the G string. Okay, and my 3rd finger is now on an F, so... Sorry, messing up my right hand there. There it is. The right hand stuff is wonderful with these exercises, by the way. And this is one of my favorite voices in this whole thing. It's this. It's got a G in the bass on the A string. It's got an A on the D string. And then it's got an A flat on the B string. So you've got some... Listen to this. This is great. I love that. Now you could think like, what am I going to do with that? Well, since we're in the C major 6 diminished scale, we could think of this as a very harmonically kind of tense chord that wants to resolve, because the whole idea of the scale is you have this alternating 6 chord diminished chord, right? So you kind of have like the on or the off or home, away, home, however you want to look at it. And of course there's borrowing. Borrowing's a big part of Barry's system, so we have this borrowed chord, right, going on. Okay. We got some pretty cool stuff going on. So we could think, let's think here. So if I play the pattern, maybe not even the pattern, if I just go, and I've got to resolve. So I'll do that again. Let's see. And then suddenly you've got that going on. It's really cool. You could even play it. You could do a couple things here. You could, let's see. You could move it a little faster. You don't have to even keep that finger picking pattern at some point. You can do a lot of different things with this stuff. I was playing with something earlier and I can't remember quite what it was. I did also make this adjustment to the fingering at some point because I wanted to be able to get here a little more easily. So I thought, well, let's make the left hand a little more challenging and get into some alternate fingerings. Don't let the fingers have such a easy time of it, right? Don't let them get caught in their bad habits or their typical habits. And I thought, oh, what if I move through the scale like this? So I'm really making this exercise about being able to get to here easily, but then I'm also having to really think and work to play all of this smoothly. So we're getting a lot of stuff. We're going through the C major 6 diminished scale. We're working the right hand, and then we're also getting some some unique ideas to play with the fingers and to open some ideas up. And if we play all these voices maybe in a way that we hadn't thought of playing them before, suddenly different things might open up to us. I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to mess with it a little more, but you could maybe see some other possibilities open up to you and be available to you. And at the very least, hey, you get a good workout, and that's good too. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you did like this video, please hit the like button. It helps the channel. And if you're enjoying what I'm putting out here, go ahead and subscribe. I'm putting out, about two videos a week. Two videos. 2 videos a week, give or take. And I'm just going to keep going into all this fun stuff I'm enjoying. Hope you're all enjoying it too. We'll talk soon. Have a great day.